What's up, guys? It is Thursday, January 26th. It's 9:20 a.m. and this is the crypto market update. What a recovery yesterday. We went right down to that low on Bitcoin. We hung around there. It was hanging on the line. It was having its last heartbeat. The boot was on the neck of Bitcoin. And then all of a sudden, boom, it just shot up, made new highs yesterday. So we're going to cover that. If you haven't already, click subscribe, hit the notification bell, get updated real time when we drop these market updates, newsletters, deep dives, etc. Also, if you're not already in the Discord, come join the Discord. I'll put that link in the bio. So starting off with the bond yields. Same old story here. We're still battling with this resistance. You can see that we kind of went up to it this morning. We wicked. We got sold off from that point. Right now, we do see the stock RSI trying to cross up above the 50 line, the TSI trying to cross, MACD trying to cross. What I want to see is this curl back down, this be a fake out and come back down. Same with TSI. And then we can know, hey, the bond yields are going to drop lower. If we have a cross up, this cross up, this cross up, then it's likely we'll come up, retest here, and then we'll have to see how the market's reacting at that point for the bond yields. Let's go into Bitcoin. And remember, let me actually pull up the Discord for what I wrote last night into it. All right, so here it is. So we said it was around like 5. I said, how about that for a market turnaround? The DXY is on the brink of death, Bitcoin on the brink of moon. We have Bitcoin, although it broke the 786, which is what we were watching, it never broke the previous local lows, and it's not retesting its highs. Oh, it's now retesting its highs. Let me fix that real quick. Let's see a 4-hour, 6-hour cross up on the momentum indicators to pull this nail in the coffin. I had to make a second Becky tonight. The bond yields, dollar and Bitcoin are our key market dynamics charts to look at. So ready? Think of it as an equation. If bond yields down and dollar down, then Bitcoin's up. So it's like 2 negatives equals 2 positives, because it's a inverse correlation. Then if bond yields are up and dollar down, then that means Bitcoin's just up. It's just up, one positive. Then if bond yields are up and dollar is down, then Bitcoin is up. Actually, this needs to be fixed right here. There we go, it's fixed. So if bond yields are up and the dollar down, then Bitcoin's just, if bond yields are down and the dollar's up, then that means Bitcoin's down, because the dollar, I would say, holds more weight than bond yields. Then we have, if bond yields are up and dollar is up, then Bitcoin is down. That's not a situation we like to see. So you can think about it like that. That's our market dynamics we're looking at for those charts. Then if say like, all right, bond yields are down, dollar's down, and Bitcoin's up. Now let's go to the altcoins and see which one might be outperforming for the day. That's how we can roll about it. If bond yields are up, dollar's up, and Bitcoin's going to be down, then the altcoins are going to be even down. You know, so that's how we're playing it. That's what we need to look at first things first, because we have to look at the core charts to then go to the altcoins and then make proper decisions. So now let's go back into trading view. All right. So we got now Bitcoin and the dollar. On the left side of the dollar, right side, we have Bitcoin. Let me clean this up a little bit. So this is what we got going right now. We had last night, we broke way above these highs here and we slammed back down right to the support around 22,863. We had set 23K as the level we definitely want to maintain above, because when you take out previous resistance, it now becomes new support. So we had all this resistance here right at this line. We broke above it, came back down, support, went back kind of halfway through, back down, support, try to break up. We actually wicked down again today. So we're seeing that level be respected. If we break down below 22,873 in this area, then this could have been all a fake out and we could start slamming down. So this is what we need to watch. I'm going to take this low to this high. And that was the 618 that we came down to retest. I would say at the very maximum, like if we pull down here, we got 22,647, which is our last line in the stand. If we break anywhere below there, it doesn't look good. So we have that as the first level. We can say the 702 here, 22,770. So that would be coming, if we did come down to retest that would like be retesting these levels right here, which kind of makes sense. I mean, rejection, we come up. We haven't retested that level yet. So if we do pull down, we could come to that level and then recover and go up like that. So that could be in the cards. But if we're talking about the short term, this is what I want to see. I want to see us not come down and break this. So I'm going to take this low to this high, and we came down, we wicked down to it, we tested it as support again, and then we're shooting back up. I want to see us now, if we're going to take this high down to this low, if we want to see higher prices, we got to take out the 786, and we're battling with it right now. You can see that's sitting around 23,200. And then if we break above that, then it's looking like we will shoot up to the 1.618 right here. And that probably coincides with the 786 from this top down to this bottom. Let's check it out. So this high down to this low, and you got money right there, right in that zone. So I would say if we break above 23,200, very likely to come up and test 23,500 to 23,600. We need to clear that level, come back, hold that support, and then we can start rallying to higher prices. Now, if we look at the dollar, we can say this morning, well, we broke down. We're starting to break down hard last night, and we recovered. If we take this low to this high, and it's no surprise that this morning, right, the reason why we had kind of that dump down is because we started to rise, and then we came down, we've retested the 786, and right now we're kind of bouncing from that level. We ultimately need to come back down here and break the 786 to see lower prices for the dollar, which will ultimately push cryptos and Bitcoin up. So if we do come up here again, I want to see, well, this is going to be the level, actually, this wick right here. I'm going to grab this high down to this low, and actually I'm going to pull it right here. Let me drag this up, and you can see that we came right up to that level. When from this high down to this low, we wicked right up to the 786, rejected, came right down to the 786 of this low to this high move, and now we're bouncing. So we're stuck in this range. So this is the point we want to get rejected at. This is the point we want to break down below. So we got that covered. Let me now clean this up, and now we have our levels that we got to watch. Also, I have this horizontal line here because that was like a level that when we broke off from. So we have a couple lines here. Then if we break up higher, so like say we come up, we break the 786 from this move to that move, then we have this high down to this low, coinciding with this downwards trend line as our next resistance, and ultimately the resistance we want to see reject us down. So we have our levels here. I'll be watching it level by level. I'll be keeping you guys updated in the Discord if we start breaking them. So if you're not already in there, get in there so you can get updated real time. Like we're on the charts all day. We're watching these things. So if you want somebody kind of giving you that reassurance of, oh, we're breaking down the dollar, it's looking like cryptos are going to go up, or, oh, the dollar's starting to break up, crypto might come down, then you want to join the Discord and get access to those channels in there, because we're calling it to a T. All right, now we're seeing currently actually Bitcoin break above the 786. So going up to those levels up here are starting to seem a little bit more likely. And if you're playing it very short term, what you can do is you can put this trend line like that. And if you have a Femex long in that you got down here or something, then upon breaking this trend line, you can kind of close it out. So we want to maintain this trend up. Now let's go into the stock market. Boom, stock market coming up hot today. It's actually 9:30 right now as I speak. So the stock market just kind of opened. And what we're seeing right now is we had this low, this high down to, no, I'm sorry. I got two going on right now. So I took this high down to this low. We had the 786, which we wrestled with last night. We broke above it just momentarily a moment ago. And now we're breaking up higher, retesting this trend line that was the one that started all the way back here when we put in our bull market top. So rejection, 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 rejection. Now we're pressing up against it right now. And now let's look at these bottom momentum indicators and see if we have the momentum to keep shooting. And let's check the daily. And the daily right now is above the zero line. So we see the bullish momentum. We came up, came back down to that retest the 50 line of the RSI. Stock RSI, I want to see a little bit more. But let's go to the 2-day and 3-day and see if those are heading up. And that's what we're seeing. On the 3-day, we're about to cross through the zero line, flipping into positive bullish territory. If we hide these drawings here, you can see we're trying to rip above the EMA ribbon that's been kind of pressing us down here this whole time. So ultimately, I want to see us come up, break above 12,500 here, then come up. We'll probably retest this high down to this low, which I already have drawn, which is sitting at like 13,000. We can get above 13,000 to 13,300. Now we're reclaiming the 3-day 200 moving average, which served as a great support level for decades now for the stock market. So this is like the first time since the great financial crisis that we actually broke below it and flipped the EMA ribbon red, besides right here, but we didn't break below it here. So we've already kind of experienced our big kind of crash in a sense. I mean, there's so many stocks down from their all-time highs, and so many, like, people got wrecked last year. Like, people were getting squeezed. We had the boot on our neck, but it's looking like the start of 2023, we're getting a little bit of some relief. So we want to see this continue. So I want to see those levels get taken out. If we check the weekly chart for the stock market, we are seeing that momentum, right? And we're getting very, very close on the weekly to get above this EMA ribbon here and 50 moving average, which is sitting at 12,500, same level. So like, that's a key level we got to get above. And I like to see that on the weekly, we reclaimed the 200 moving average, held it as support right here. And now we're seeing a candle come in that could really confirm that, hey, the stock market's recovering, dollars down, like all the things that we've been watching, those key macro charts are screaming that 2023 is the year for us. So we'll see it play out. All right, now let's go to Bitcoin. Well, we already basically covered it, but let's go to the 3-day chart, look at some high time frame stuff. Let's hide a couple of these things. And I want to show you that we have this high down to this low, and we have so far broke above the 786 retracement from this high that we put in August of last year down to this low that we put in November last year. We came up, we melted up as we had stated weeks before it happened. And right now we're seeing a bigger push up. We're seeing the TSI cross up with momentum through the zero line, flipping into bullish territory. Stock RSI flatlining at the top here, which you love to see. We are pressing so hard up and there's so much momentum that we're just flatlining at the top. That's what we don't want to see, a flat line down here. That's what the dollar's doing. We're flatlining at the top. Now we have the pink above the blue. And what we can see is, if we got to come up here now, we got to take out these highs around 25,300. If we can take out these highs, we'll likely come back down, probably retest this level again. But then we can start targeting like 28K to 33K, which now we got to zoom out because we're talking about the macro picture here. And we see that that's that key level that we had found support on in 2021. So we came up, support in May of 2021. So this is January, then May, then we found it back in May of 2022. We broke it, and then we were deep in our bear market. So it seems to me that at least by May of 2023, we'll likely come and retest the 30K level. Whether we get above it or not, that remains to be unseen. But I do think that this year is going to be the year that, I mean, I believe we've already broken into a bull market. We do need to wait for some confirmations, like in 5 days with the monthly close. But I mean, we're already seeing it take shape here. So if we come up and we break that previous high over here, I mean, old resistance, now comes new support. Then we have to hold it as support. Then we can come up here. And if we break above the 30K, 33K level, it's game on. It is game on. We're reclaiming some big market structure here. And that would set us up to potentially hit new all-time highs this year. So we can come up, maybe get rejected at first. We rip up here, come back down. Now we can start targeting, back to the 40 to 50K level. And then if we're grabbing this high down to this low, bam, right there. Dude, right there, 786, sitting around like 50,000. And then the 2.618 extension is at 55K. So the things are looking good for crypto. Let's go to the weekly chart, because what we're seeing is the pink finally crossed through the blue. And last time we saw the pink cross through the blue, it's always bullish. I mean, that marked the bottom of the bear market from like 2018 to 2020. We got the pink cross through the blue here. We ripped. Then we saw the pink cross down below the blue. Then we went into a little kind of mini pullback. Then pink cross through the blue here. We kept going. I think we did a double. And then we saw the blue cross through the pink. We went into our bear market. Now we're seeing the pink cross through the blue. Now we're going into our bull market. It's just how it works. So there we go. That's what we're seeing. I would love to see this weekly candle close above this 786 though. So we need to keep that 23,000 on our radar, or sorry, 22,800 on our radar. We don't want to see a big, like say by Sunday, we don't want to see a long wick and then the body of the candle close down here. Then that would probably signify that the top was put in. So there we go. Now let's go to XRP, and we're very, very close here. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. We had got this low to this high. We came down perfectly. Well, let's actually backtrack a sec because I love the 786 strategy. So if I take this high down to this low, and we'll actually grab it from this one, we came right up. So from this high to this low, came right up yesterday to hit the 786. We rejected back down from, and then where did we retest? We retested from this low to this high, back down to the 786. Huge wick on the bottom here and pressing up with the body. So like the momentum's to the upside today, that's for sure. You can see that the TSI on the 1 hour, and we got above the zero line and we're riding it right now. But now we're seeing that the green is rising. Stock RSI is rising, about to go through the 50 line. The RSI is above the 50. The stars are aligning for another big day. Let's go to the 4 hour chart. And actually, before I go in the 4 hour chart with XRP, I want to go in the 4 hour chart with Bitcoin, because that's one thing we were tracking and what we said in the Discord yesterday. We see that we wanted to see the momentum indicator start to cross up. We're very close to seeing it. The 4 hour, the TSI is kind of like sideways right now. It seems like we're kind of in this phase right here, doesn't it? So even like everything kind of looks the same. And that was right before it was like we kind of set our low here, went up once, down, and then we shot. Then we set our low here. We went up once, down, and then it looks like we're going to shoot. It really does. 4 hour chart, the same place, same place, same place, same place. So in the next 4 to 6 hours here, we're going to know if that's the case. Let's go to the 6 hour chart, see if we're close. We are close. So we want to see in 3 hours and 20 minutes of this really start to pull up through the 50 line, us get our crosses, and then we can confirm that, hey, we're going to go on another melt up. So that looks good. We definitely want to maintain this trend line. If you see this trend line break, then we might be switching the trend fast. So I'm going to take this low, connect them, and we got that we can watch too. So we've just been riding this up since like January 12th, support, 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 support. And yeah, we want them to see that hold, that maintain. Then we could even kind of just copy this over and see what could be an area of short-term resistance. And then we have that like this. So we could come up here and retest that 25,000 today. And that is literally, I mean, right, we're so close to retesting these highs back in August. So things are getting interesting. That's for sure. We do have a little bit of some hidden bearish divergence. So that is definitely on the radar. So ultimately, for a bigger move, I would like to see the 12 hour chart cross up the stock RSI, the MACD, the TSI. I would like to see that happen for us to really put in another like big move like that. We could see some like that if that's the case. So that would save us from getting a 1 day sell now too. So today's going to be a big day as far as the direction for the next few days here into the weekend. So it's going to be good, going to be interesting. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'll throw in some charts and look at the pair-to-pair signals in the Discord today. Let me pull that up. We actually have a ton of signals in here, all these individual crypto signals for all the coins that we love. And then we have the pair-to-pair signals that we crush it on. So I'll be going in there. I'll be taking some screenshots of charts, what I'm seeing, really doing some deep analysis to position us in a crypto that is going to be one of the top performers for February. So we're going to start reviewing that, seeing what's good, see what we can play. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the Discord and in the next video.